me sitting here. Sheesh. Mr. Scott, who are these women? Who's whispering?
That's nowadays.
What the hell is
We are back, and tonight we are in Huntington, Pennsylvania at the Clifford 5 Cinemas. As you can see behind me, this is an amazing building. Very old theater. Actually stands where an opera house once stood. And people have seen spirits of a little girl walking around. People have heard voices that they think might be the former owner. And unlike most investigations, not only are we investigating here tonight, we're sleeping here tonight. So this theater, we cannot wait to get going in here. I'm gonna take my seat, and hopefully for us, the show will begin soon. This current building was built over an opera house that had burned down. That being said, we'd been told that performing on stage has been known to elicit a response from the spirits. As I've demonstrated in previous videos, I'm not much of a singer. Thankfully, Colin, a resident investigator from Clifton Paranormal, has no trouble getting on stage and singing, and is a lot better at it than I've ever been.
There's a faraway land, so the stories I tell, somewhere beyond the horizon. If we can get there, then all will be well. Troubles there are few. Someday we'll go to. They say breezes are warm there and people are kind. Maybe it's something like heaven. I close my eyes and I see in my mind. Skies are blue, it's blue. Sala, salud. I've had so much trouble finding my way there. When I get close, it disappears. If we can get there, we're gonna stay there. If it takes us on.
Bravo, Colin! Once his concert had concluded, we decided to use a piece of equipment called the Phasma Box. Clifton Paranormal, the resident paranormal group for this location, uses this piece of equipment quite often and has had a lot of success with it. And we are no stranger to the Phasma Box.
Heck. What do you think about all these movies that they use to take up your stage?
Is that my name?
Yeah, it might have been.
Colin, yeah, that's definitely what it sounded like.
Stage.
Is that my name?
Yeah, it might have been.
Colin, yeah, that's definitely what it sounded like.
I don't think I've ever heard my name that clearly. So my ear's clearly on the Phasma
You
Box
like
before.
jumped.
Yeah, normally we've heard Ariel, we've heard other names, but I don't think I've ever heard clearly my name like that.
Colin's here. What would you like to say to him?
Since this site had once been an opera house, we decided to play an aria to see if we could get a reaction. Noise? Noise? For our next experiment, we headed out to the lobby. There have been many reports of a young child haunting the lobby, and he's been said to interact when you play or roll a ball around. So, that's what we did. For this part of the investigation, we used a piece of equipment called the GS2 laser grid. This is a laser grid that has a display built in that not only shows the temperature of what happens to pass in front of it or within the grid, but also the shape of it, blue being cold and red being warm.
You're not playing with dice.
Should have brought my jabs.
God, no.
Should have brought my jabs.
God, no.
Push it to her. Do you want to play? Come on. Come on, push it. You gonna push it? Do you want to play with us?
Well, good, you're showing that it works. I picked you up perfectly. When it became obvious that no one else was coming to join us in playing ball in the lobby, Emily decided to try and have a one-on-one conversation with the spirit. When we moved the GS2 laser grid over, a large cold mass appeared between Emily and the laser grid itself. We conclude that this cold air mass was between Emily and the laser grid because her body heat is not indicated on the screen, as it should be, putting the cold air mass in front of her.
Lobby, so we don't.
Yeah, you got a lot of cold air around you, Em.
I do. I mean, there's a fan in there.
No, that's not enough to do it. This was aimed over here, even closer to the fan,
Yeah.
and it wasn't getting anything.
So who's sitting with me? So what do you want us to know?
So just as a control, I move it over to her, it shows the heat.
What do you
Back
want
to
to tell
Emily,
us about
and
why
it goes
you
back to
stay
being
here?
cold again. Yeah. Wow, Em, it is just all around you blue.
It just keeps
Look at this.
switching temperatures.
Do you
Look at that.
look in the field that it's doing? Our next stop was Theater 4, where a spirit by the name of Jimmy is said to reside. It's believed that when this was an opera house, he had an office here. There have also been numerous reports of a figure walking through the wall and taking a seat in the first row. Upon learning this, we knew exactly where we were planning to sit during this part of the investigation.
Oh,
What? What?
good.
Do you want me to move? Do you want me to move?
Here, I'll sit there.
What?
Maybe it likes you sitting there.
Okay.
Let's switch.
Goodbye.
He's gonna kick you out of your chair. He's gonna kick you out. He's not getting up.
Where do you think me sitting here? Where do you think me sitting here? You don't have to come through the wall. Tell me to go, but you can bang on it.
What happened to him?
Well, I'm getting spikes, but it's near the wall. There's probably wiring in there. What did it say?
I didn't hear it.
There was a voice.
Yeah, I couldn't hear what it said though.
It was very, quiet, very non-phasma-boxy. I knew I'd heard a voice, but at the time that I heard it, the phasma box had not made a sound. And as I pointed out in the moment, the voice did not sound as if it came from the Phasmabox. Phasmabox voices have a reverb to them, and this was clear as day. Thankfully, our stationary camera that was shooting the entire theater captured an EVP at the exact moment that I indicated that I heard a voice.
Well, there's probably wiring in there. What did it say? I didn't hear it. Well, there's probably wiring in there. What did it say? I didn't hear it.
This would not be the last time that I heard voices during this investigation. They say there's a large man who likes to hang out here. So I figured the other large man here tonight will come over and say hello. Are you here?
Chester.
Is that coming from outside?
What's a lot of
Crickets.
Crickets.
No, women talking.
All these graffiti.
No.
I don't hear what he's talking.
I think there's people talking outside.
Oh, I can prove that.
Yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
No, I don't see anything. Hope the camera picked that up because it was pretty clear.
We hear it.
You said that
constantly.
down here, yeah.
Now, normally we hear it from inside the theater. This is the first time anyone's heard it, like, right here.
Well, your camera will pick it up.
But yeah, hopefully. Every time I say that, it doesn't.
So how did all this graffiti in here?
Oh, this is just employees.
Okay.
Who's the woman who Ariel saw running?
You.
No, it wasn't me. What did you have a name for the man?
I just call him Jim Coffee.
Is that your name? Or would you like them to start calling you by your real name? If you tell us that, they will absolutely call you by your real name. We want to give you that respect.
Scott?
That's what I heard. Scott.
Scott?
Scott, what's your last name?
Is it Scott like Scott?
We want to give you that respect.
Scott?
That's what I heard. Scott.
Scott?
Scott, what's your last name?
Is it Scott like Scott?
At this point, I started hearing the women talking again, and I could have sworn it was people standing outside of the building having a conversation. This time, when I called Colin over, he could hear it too. Thinking that maybe we missed someone out back the first time we checked, we went outside again to have another look. You heard it that time?
I hear whispering.
Yeah,
Like, it sounds like someone's right
It
up
sounds like
against
somebody's
the door
outside the door.
whispering.
which we've already debunked, nobody's there.
No, we shouldn't
Wow.
be there.
Yeah. All right, you. Camera.
Oh, I've got chills.
Oh, camera. You better have got that.
That's nowadays.
What the hell is that?
That's nowadays.
What the hell is that?
That's interesting. So we're trying to debunk this. whispering we're hearing, and we are, oop, I just stepped in a puddle. We're having absolutely no luck doing so. It is a ghost town out here tonight. Alright, well,
I mean,
I'll just watch the tape and hope it picked it up. Of the half dozen times I heard these voices with my own ears, my camera only picked it up once.
sheesh. Mr. Scott, who are these women? Who's whispering? Sheesh. Mr. Scott, who are these women? Who's whispering?
Interesting place. Had some experiences. The whisper was weird, but looking forward to seeing what we got. Great location, and hopefully got a lot, so we'll see.